This is my book talk on Mira Levinson's book, No Citizen Left Behind. The book is about Levinson's experiences as an educator in schools in Atlanta and Boston. She provides a detailed account of specific experiences and stories that she has had in schools that have shaped her thinking. In her book, the two main arguments that I took away from it were that the achievement gap is real, and along with it, there is a civic empowerment gap that is negatively impacting minority and low-income students. Two, that the best approach to closing the civic empowerment gap is to engage students in action civics rather than service learning, because action civics allows students to meaningfully impact real change that is significant. It allows them to participate in activities that cause change and allow them to reach their full power as citizens. Doing action civics rather than service learning is more engaging than doing something like a community service or something else that would fall under the category of service learning. My personal reactions to the book. I would like to react to Levinson's argument that is addressed in chapter 6, that action civics in education is the best approach to closing the civic empowerment gap. I think she does make a valid argument, and I definitely see her side of it. I, for one, agree that action civics is effective because it allows students to see how they can make a difference and how the process works. It lets them actually participate in activities that can bring about change. However, I do not think that implementing projects like these or activities like these is very practical in an educational setting. This is because the project would be difficult to sync up with the curriculum that is required to be taught in social studies. Um, Also, in my placement at the Ready program, an alternative school in Champaign, I can tell that there definitely is not much time to deviate from the curriculum. Also, I think it would be hard to get students to willingly and meaningfully participate in projects like these just because they may not be interested or they may have more important things going on in their life. That being said, though, I still believe that if a teacher could find an efficient and practical way to implement civic action projects into the classroom, it would be beneficial in improving the gap of civic empowerment. The book will definitely have an impact on my future practice. Inspired from chapter 2, I would include an About Me activity so that students could learn about each other and that I could learn about them as the teacher. I definitely want to gain an understanding of the identities of my students and their interests. Additionally, I would use a multicultural and social approach to teaching history just because it allows for multiple perspectives and it allows students from different backgrounds to identify with what is being taught. Further, I will emphasize the value of everyday heroes rather than universal heroes in my classrooms, just because having everyday heroes, it allows students and really all people to interact with their heroes every day and to learn from them, to gain experience from them, and to be able to communicate with them, I think is really important. And finally, from chapter 5, I think that having a maximally open classroom is something that I will try to accomplish because I want to encourage transparency from myself as the teacher and from the students as well. I would definitely recommend this book simply because it allows for personal reflection and provides meaningful insight and experiences that help to increase awareness as a teacher. Reading Levinson's book will definitely improve your approach to teaching social studies at a middle school and high school level.